from the ashes. It's David v. Goliath. I'm gonna win, of course. I'm singing in the storm. Put it on the line, I'ma risk it all. My feet are on fire, and my fists are gold. All that's on my mind is where I wish to go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a yo kind of day out there. Every single time I've done this race, I've had a good swim for me. So that's a good omen, and I was really fired up about the swim, really looking forward to putting a good swim out, and got right to work. Jackson was a little ahead. Jackson was setting a great pace early on the bike. It was hard to catch him. It was quite hard to catch everyone, actually. Where I actually excelled was kind of on the downhills. I think with my weight, that's actually where I was able to bridge between groups, was more on the downhills rather than the uphills. Found Snow Canyon, as always, magnificent, but also painful. And I saw that I was close to breaking 2 hours on the bike, but that I had to pick it up, that I had to push. And so I went, max push, the final, 10 miles, which was like 18 minutes. I did the math. I realized I had to average, right as we were getting to the top of Snow Canyon, I realized if I averaged just right about 40 miles per hour for the rest of the bike, that I'd break 2 hours. And so it was time to go. And then I just really wanted to break 2 hours on the bike. I think that's a really cool accomplishment on this course. And then the whole goal of this race was to execute a great run. And so I honestly came in not caring because at Oceanside, I was not happy with my run. I still ran, it looked decent, but I was capable of so much better than that. And so I really wanted to execute a fantastic run and was very process oriented and just really executed a great run, even though there was no pressure on me. But, I imagined the pressure. I imagined that people were still up ahead of me and that I was catching ghosts, ghosts of myself or demons of myself. And of course, huge congrats to all the other guys. They still pushed me out there all day.
Day started okay. The swim was quite rough at the start. A lot in the first few 100 meters, just ended up swimming into the back of people and felt really stop-starty and thought I'd missed the group. I was at the very back of the group, kind of by myself, not really sure where I was. And as I'm running into transition, I hear the likes of Jackson and Sam behind me. So I was like, well, this is not as bad as I thought, and get on the bike. And I know I've got a pretty good bike run combo. And just got straight to work, racing my race, making the moves I needed to move up on the hills and stuff. And then I found a nice little group with Jackson and Justin, and then Mark latched on the back of us, and that was nice to settle for a bit because we've been pushing it pretty hard on the hills just to make up the numbers. I was feeling okay coming off the bike, but I knew my run had been going really well, so I just backed myself, raced my race, and was confident in my pacing and just tried to get through 1K at a time. Cool to have my family supporting back home and stuff, family and friends, so really happy with the race and a nice breakthrough on the world stage. I go home on Tuesday, and then I'm doing Ironman Cairns. That'll be my second race in the Pro Series. For me, the Pro Series isn't a major target. My major target will be Kona, because I got a Kona slot in March at Ironman New Zealand. So I'm going to try and tick off 5 races so I get some good points. And then I'll have a break after that, and start prepping for Kona.
And it is a race to the finish here. But taking that 3rd place spot, Anthony Costes.
I had to fight for that one. It was not a piece of cake. This, the whole race here is super tough, but the run one is even harder, I think now. The part in the golf course, you're stuck in some climbs, and I was lucky enough to have a bit of a gap at T2, so I could pace a bit more, keep my energy intake high, and that paid a lot at the end, because everyone blew up and I could end up 7, and I was 3rd, but it was in the last kilometer, so super happy about that one. Yeah, that's a good way for me to start the season. Of course, the Pro Series is important. I'll be back on full distance this year for the series, so I'll race again in Vitoria-Gasteiz in Spain in July, and then again in Frankfurt in August. And that's a very good start for me. I'll race again also in Chattanooga, the 70.3 in 2 weeks. So we'll see you again on that one.
This is Paula Findlay of Canada, your 2024 female North American champion at this.
Oh boy, it's tough. This race is always tough. It's impossible to not be very hard with all the elevation gain and the dry air and the hills, but I had a really comfortable swim and came out where I needed to be, and I think today I did a really good job of just remaining calm and never panicking to catch the front and just kind of doing my thing. So I didn't get flustered, used the hills to kind of break away on the first hill out of Sand Hollow, and then just never really looked back from there. And it was a fun day racing. I think I'm most proud of how I rode the bike, didn't get scared, stayed aero in the wind, and probably technically one of my better rides ever. So off the bike I had about 4 minutes, and I could kind of just run comfortably, although this course is hard just getting around it. But I train on hills every day and on trails, so the kind of off-course nature of the golf course and the hilly run suits me. Super hard, but the plus side is you do get the big descent back into town to kind of roll your legs out and recover for the next lap. So I prefer the variety over just a pancake flat run, but we climbed 300 meters. It's so hilly. So you just can't really look at your splits. You're just all over the place, but that's the kind of run I like, so it was fun.
Your second place female coming on that red carpet, it is Ellie Salthouse from Australia.
Pretty solid day all around for me. Had a pretty good swim. I mean, I was leading the swim until the last couple hundred meters, and I got overtaken, which is okay. Went out onto the bike in the lead, and Paula came round me about kilometre 8 and just dispatched me pretty much straight away up the Sand Hollow climb. I tried to go with her, but it was just a little too hot for me, and I knew that if I really burnt too many matches there, then Snow Canyon would be a bit of a miserable time for me. So I just had to ride my own day, ended up riding solo the whole day. I was pretty proud of the ride. Not my best ride, but a little bit to work on, but moving in the right direction. And the run, I was really happy with that. First lap, I was feeling pretty good, probably not as spunky as I wanted to feel getting off the bike. And the group behind me got the gap down to about 25 seconds. But then the second lap, I really had to fight for it, and managed to open up the gap back out to about a minute on Jackie in third. So pretty proud of that one. It was a real fight, and held her off. It's still early in the season, so plenty training between now and World Champs, which is the big goal at the end of the year. I think I'll do 70.3 Boulder up next, so I've got a good 5 weeks of training and head up to high altitude.
And coming down the chute with a big smile on her face and 2 little ones here to greet her, from the United States, Jackie Herring.
I love St. George. I love everything about this race. It's so beautiful. just the whole day. It's just a great bike course, nice and challenging. It's a day where you can just do your own race, and that's what I did today, and I just really enjoyed it. I rode Snow Canyon pretty hard because I caught a glimpse of Ellie up ahead, and I thought I might make a little space to them, but it turned out they were all still there. Yeah, I really enjoy the run course, and the way I think about it is there are 4 sections of work and then sections of rest. So for me, I just kind of go hard on the uphill parts and then focus on recovery on the downhill. So it's hard up till the turn, a little recovery, hard through the golf course, and then you got 2 miles to recover. So for me, that is a nice rhythm. I love little breaks, and I love splitting it up. So if you like variety, this is a good course for you. I'm trying to do the Ironman Pro Series. So since I'm feeling good and this felt good, I will go to Chattanooga. If this went terribly, I would probably just keep training. But I'm headed, main thing is Ironman Hamburg next month.